Good evening, this is PID 5982 and we're going to be speaking about our project term 3DPS. It's basically dealing with the tracking of an object in a 3D model. So I'm not going to talk about the hardware as you can see, so it consists of two components. That is, this is the node MCU, more particularly the node MCU ESP8266. And over here, if you can see, we have the sensor. So the sensor is a BMP180 that's responsible for the actual height tracking. That is, it's basically a pressure sensor. And over here, determined by the yellow wires, are basically some rudimentary connections that is required for any type of electronic component, basically connection to the SDA, connection to the SCL, and the connection to the ground, power, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to be shifting over to the software to explain that as well. Good evening again. We're going to be speaking about the software implementation, basically the code that's going to be uploaded into the Node MCU, or the hardware I just spoke about earlier. So I'm just going to go in order. First thing is we're going to be doing the hash include for the SFE_BMP180 package. And then after that, we're going to be creating an object of the same name or under the same class. And we're going to be terming it as pressure. We're going to be defining an altitude as a constant value of 920.0. That's basically the altitude of Bangalore in meters. Now, with any type of electronic coding, there are two functions basically, especially in Arduino. So there's a setup function as well as a loop function. So in the setup function, it's pretty simple. We're just going to be setting up the sensor and basically doing any type of prerequisite tasks that needs to be done in order to make sure that the sensor works properly and it's configured properly. Now we're going to be moving on to the loop function. So basically here we're going to get pressure readings every 10 seconds. So in the first thing, we're going to be just printing the provided altitude, and then we're going to be converting the altitude that's present in meters. We're going to be converting that to feet by multiplying it into 3.28084, as you can see. Then we're going to be measuring the temperature, and we're going to also display the temperature. That's basically through the sensor as well, and we're going to be first printing it in degrees Celsius, followed by degrees Fahrenheit. Then followed by that, now we're going to be actually doing the pressure display, and we're going to be displaying it in first millibars and then converting it and to show it in mercuric units. Lastly, we're just going to be printing everything again, and we're just going to print the computed altitude based off of this. Lastly, we're just going to be going through the else conditions, talking about the errors. Thank you.